Good morning, MPC. Welcome sa ating regular press briefing with Presidential Spokesman Secretary Salvador Panelo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to everyone. Let me just say something about the demise of the late Armida Sigion Reyna. The entertainment world has lost one of its pillars, and the palace expresses its condolences to the family, friends, and colleagues of the former Movie and Television Review Classification Board chairperson, Armida Sigion Reyna. Our condolences also go to the Enriles. She happens to be the sister of former Senator Juan Ponce Enrile. The Philippines, particularly the music, television, and film, had been immense in terms of the contribution of the late Armida Sigion Reyna. I remember, like many others of my generation and the succeeding ones, we grew up, as well as they, watching the television program Aawitan Kita, which she hosted and produced on television for more than 30 years. In fact, that particular show popularized Kundiman songs, which lately has that been aired on radio. Songs like Anak Dalita and Dahil Sa'yo. Now, if you look at his biography, specifically the biographical book entitled Fear, and if you have witnessed how this woman faced her detractors as well as her critics, immediately you will know that this woman is or was one who was or who had an independent mind of her own and a principled citizen of that. And she has demonstrated this kind of character all throughout her career, specifically when she was chairman of the MTCRB, where she defended artistic liberties in cinema. Her voice, whether singing condiments or advocating free expression, will be missed by many of us. So we pray for the eternal repose of her soul and may perpetual light shine upon her. I'm ready for any question on any matter that you would choose to deal on.
MPC question. Question, MPC. Nestor.
Yes.
Sir, today is the start of the official campaign period. Where is the president?
At this time,
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen his schedule, but he's supposed to be here because he has some events to attend to today. I don't know if he has already flew in. Most likely, Usually he comes in after lunch or just immediately before lunch.
Thank you, sir.
MPC, question. Maricel.
Sir, follow-up. Sir, why did the President choose not to attend the launching of the Hugpong in Pampanga?
Yesterday?
No, today. This morning.
Hindi, akala ko 1 o'clock yun. Di ba meron 1 o'clock?
So, pupunta siya, sir?
Parang yun ang alam ko, yung 1 o'clock.
So, pupunta, sir, si Presidente doon sa kampanya ng Hugpong ngayong hapon.
Yan ang alam ko. Hindi ko alam kung nagkaroon ng change of schedule. Hindi ko alam kung nag-change. Pero yun ang nakalagay sa schedule.
So, will he be endorsing also all the members of the senatorial slate of Hugpong?
Well, if he goes there, it necessarily mean he would have to endorse those who are on the stage sitting with him.
Maricel, still on the schedule of the President.
Yes.
Other matters. MPC, question. No more question? Ina.
Hi, sir. Sir, are you referring to the Hugpong events in Angeles City? Is that right? Meron kasing 1 to 3 p.m. and merong 4 to 5 p.m. Which of those is the President attending?
Parang yung one ang alam ko. But I'm not sure kung nabago na yun.
Okay.
Laging subject to change naman everything.
Okay. Sir, on another topic, may I ask for the status of the expanded maternity leave bill because ang sabi mag-expire, it will lapse into law on February 14.
Wala pa sinasabi ang Office of the Executive Secretary kung napirma na.
Any word if the President will sign it before then?
Wala pa. Well, I'll follow up my request.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Joseph.
Sir, mag-follow up kami ng maglalaps. Yung rice tarification, wala pa rin.
Magano?
Rice tarification, sir, wala pa rin yun.
Wala pa akong balita. Wala. Nagkita kami ni Secretary Bingbong kanina sa misa. Wala man siyang nabanggit.
Joseph.
Sir, kapon may nabanggit sa Presidente na he likes the idea of renaming the Philippines to Maharlika because that's what former President Marcos also, talked about before.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, his reason is the word Maharlika is a Malay word. And, di ba, marami na nag-criticize na yung Philippines was named after King Philip na may sakit pa nga daw yun ng you know what. So, tingnan natin how it evolves. He is expressing an idea again. As usual.
How do you change the country's name? Sorry.
Well, there are views on this, pero hindi pa masyadong clear. One, it is mentioned, as one of my staff lawyers pointed out, the Philippines is mentioned in the Constitution. So, baka if you issue an executive order or pass a legislation renaming it, baka some constitutional expert might say, you cannot amend that. It's in the Constitution. Pwede rin naman na kaya nilagay yun sa Constitution kasi merong batas na nagsasabing Philippines ka muna. So, pinag-aaralan namin kung how this word Philippines evolved to be the country's name.
This is a serious idea?
Well, sa tingin ko kay Presidente, magandang pakinggan Maharlika.
What do you call then?
Maharlikano.
Maharlikano.
We are all Maharlikas, di ba? Royalty, di ba? Sa Filipino language, Maharlika means royalty.
Mhm.
Di ba, mga...
Maharlika, like the
I remember si Eddie Ilarde, parang meron siyang bill nun eh. Si Eddie Ilarde, when he was a senator, I remember he introduced a bill pero wala yata nangyari.
Sir, does this have something to do with maybe resentment of the Spanish rule?
No, not necessarily. Siguro more of asserting our national identity.
Okay.
Joseph, other topic. MPC. Kathy.
Sir, follow-up lang doon. So, kailangan po ng charter change kasi sabi nyo, nasa constitution yung kailangan nasa constitution yung name na Philippines. So, nasa posibilidad ba yun?
Yeah,
Magkaroon ng
pwede.
charter change?
Pwede kasi some may argue, you can no longer change that kasi it's in the Constitution. Others may argue also that, hindi, kaya lang nilagay sa Constitution kasi may batas na sinasabing ito. So kung palitan natin ng batas, automatically pwede mo rin palitan.
Pero kahit executive order, pwede kaya, sir?
Baka malabo yun.
Okay po.
More on congressional act siguro.
Still on the subject matter, MPC.
Pero siguro, mas preferred siguro pag constitutional amendment para wala nang question.
Joseph, still on the same
Yes.
topic. Okay.
Any other ideas, more caution ideas that the president likes?
No, it just happens na, actually, that's not Mr. Marcos' idea. Parang, I forgot the name of that person. But Mr. Marcos at the time welcomed that idea. Pero it was not his original.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. MPC, shift na tayo sa ibang topic. Question? RJ? Wala pa? Ayan, meron na. Wala pa? No more question?
Right,
RJ.
sir. I asked this about 2 weeks ago. So how's your review of the UJEC and APO contract, sir? Is it legal?
I've not, according to Secretary Luxin, he's still studying it. And I have not received other documents that I
No,
have.
the last time I asked you, sir, you said you received the documents from them. So that's why you are going to study
pero-
review the documents.
In our evaluation, meron pa kaming mga bagong nakitang kailangan namin dokumento.
Like what, sir?
Like the original contract between the foreign corporation that was handling it before it was taken over from it. Yan ang gusto ko makita. Hindi ko pa nakikita yun.
So what exact documents did you receive?
Contract. The contracts. Ano yun? Yung joint venture contract.
So
nakita ko.
based on your initial review, sir, how do you find it?
We're still evaluating whether it contravenes the intent of the law. Because according to some lawyers are saying that joint venture pwede. So pinag-aaralan pa namin. Tingnan natin.
All right, thank you.
Salamat, RJ, MPC. Walang masyadong tanong. Catherine. Cathy.
Sir, regarding sa BOL, yung follow-up ko lang sa question nyo kahapon, sabi ni Cotabato City Mayor Sayadi, her legal team is studying all options daw po. They're filing a complaint before the SC to declare the plebiscite in Mindanao null and void. Is it possible po ba, or are you confident na mababasura yung ganitong petition if ever ma-file?
Di ba that's what I said yesterday? They can always file appropriate charges regarding their claims. But remember that there's still a pending petition before the Supreme Court questioning the constitutionality of the BOL. Di ba? If the Supreme Court, for instance, decides that it's unconstitutional, o moot and academic lahat na yun, may invalidate pati yung plebiscite. On the other hand, I'm sure the petitioners will argue that since there has been a ratification by the people, then that cured the unconstitutionality. Depende sa Supreme Court kung anong basa nila.
Salamat, Cathy. Joseph.
So, yung pong proposal na, yung idea na ganyan ni Presidente, yung sa Maharlika,
Yes.
is he going to actively push for it?
No,
Like maybe ask
si
Congress.
Presidente, ang di ba style ni Presidente, he
Floats ideas.
floats an idea, and then somebody gets it, kung sa Congress, or kung sino man. Idea lang yung kanya.
So, he's floating lang an idea.
Yeah,
Not
hindi-
meaning maybe asking a study perhaps from the
Yeah,
NSCP?
in the first place, it's not even an original idea. It's been there. I've been hearing that since I was in high school.
Wow, it's a short time ago, no?
Matagal na yan. Matagal yan. Maharlikang yan. I've been reading that.
So,
Parang walang masyadong kumagat.
pero sir, I'm sure the president has studied the idea and meron naman siya in the past speeches, no, yung history ng pag discusses BOL, yung history ng ating mga Mindanawans, brother, no? So, is he coming from a historical perspective? That's why he's
I think so,
pitching-
because he said it's a Malay word. Since we are Malays, we should have a name identified with us. I agree with him. I like the idea of a Maharlika name for the Philippines.
So parang Republic of Maharlika.
Oh, Republic of Maharlika. The Maharlikans.
So parang binibining Maharlika. Parang so,
Maharlikana.
basta pag Pilipino, sir,
Maharlikana.
Maharlikana. Pag Pilipino,
Mahal ako.
no, seriously, if you're testing the idea, Maharlika na pag babaeng Pilipina. Pag lalaki, sir, Maharlika.
Nag-i-evolve naman ako anong magiging di ba? Tingnan natin. But it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Salamat, Joseph. Still on Maharlika issue. Wala na? Ace, may tanong ka? Wala. MPC, wala. Jen, please.
Sir, the campaign period has started. Does the palace have any appeal to the poll candidates to follow rules or avoid dirty politics during this period?
Yeah, di ba? The president even has called upon the members of the cabinet to strictly follow the rules on the prohibition on government employees, officials, not to campaign for or against any particular candidate, excepting himself, because the provision says he is exempted from it. But let me just emphasize that he will not be using government resources. In the course of his endorsement, it will be just verbal endorsement.
Sir, how about your appeal to the candidates? Do you have any appeal?
Oh, yes. Certainly, we've been always, every government, every administration always appeal to all the candidates to strictly observe the election laws. We have to have a clean, honest, fair, credible elections.
Jen, follow up. Okay na. Ace? Christine? Ace, pagkatapos si Christine.
Ace.
Meron na bang schedule si President Duterte ng mga campaign rallies?
Wala pa ako nakikita.
Will he attend umattend ba siya ng hugpong kanina or
Hindi pa nga eh. Kasi supposed to be meron siyang one. Hindi ko alam kung he will go there or he will not.
ano yung 1 p.m. sir?
Yung sa Ugpo nga. Yung
Pupunta
sa
siya sa
Angeles. Hindi. Yan ang supposed to be naka-schedule. Kasi, pagkakala ko, pupunta rin siya sa San Beda. Pero sabi kanina ni Secretary Medellea, baka hindi. So, depende siguro.
So
Kaya si Yusek Mia, wala pang nilalabas na ano eh. Kasi nga tentative lahat eh.
yung PDP ba sa February 14 pupunta ni Presidente?
Hindi ko pa alam yun. Wala tentative pagdating doon sa election. Even our own meeting kanina, supposed to be 2 p.m. na-cancel din eh. So, tentative lahat ngayon schedule for today.
Bakit kaya sir?
Ay baka mayroong mas importante mga lakad si Presidente.
Kasi you mentioned yesterday he will be actively campaigning for the senatorial candidates.
Oh, that's what he said. He will definitely express his personal choices.
So it must have been a very important issue kaya tentative pa lahat.
Which one?
Kasi sabi nyo, di ba tentative? Siguro may pressing
No, ang
matters.
tentative yung schedule niya, yung schedule of activities for today.
Okay. Thank you, Sec.
Salamat, Alexis. Si Nestor muna, bago si Christine. Sige, Nestor.
Secretary, good morning.
Yes.
How confident is Malacanang that President Duterte still has that endorsement magic this May 2019 elections? Since observers have been saying that this 2019 midterm polls will be a test for the president's endorsement power.
Who's saying that it will be the test of his endorsement power? The opposition or you?
Analysts and observers are saying that this will be a test for the president this coming election. So how confident is Malacanang about the president's endorsement magic?
I think iba kasi ang pananaw ko dyan. And even I don't think the president believes in his magical so-called powers to endorse. What is giving the people is, these are the people that I personally feel are capable of being in the Senate. That is why precisely marami siyang ginangalanan eh. Marami siyang pinipili eh. Siguro para, as in basketball, he has a deep bench. Hindi mamili kayo. Now, as far as I'm concerned, and I think the president will agree with me that even the winning of an opposition candidate doesn't mean a repudiation of the administration. It only means that when opposition candidates win, it is an expression of the electorate telling them that we're putting you there to cooperate with this administration because we believe in this presidency and not you to destabilize it. I think that should be the message. Kaya kailalagay dyan para tumulong ka. Naniniwala kami sa'yo, natutulong ka kay Presidente, hindi para sirain mo yung kanyang mga programa ni gobyerno. Sapagkat naniniwala nga kami sa kanya. Nakita mo naman ang survey, palagi kaming approve. Kaya ka namin nilalagay dyan. Tulungan mo. And I think that's a good message coming from the electorate. Kahit na hindi naniniwala si Ina by her expression. Irereklamo ka na naman ng isang caller. Oo, meron. Yeah. I will address myself to the caller who called the station. I don't mind questions.
I think that the administration coalition, the administration candidates, who's stronger? Okay, para medyo neutral yung question. Who's stronger, the admin or the opposition candidates? If you're saying, even if an opposition candidate wins, it's not a repudiation, but it's probably crossing to the other side. But back to the question.
Let me answer in this manner. Since this is the first day of official campaigning, which directs us from refraining to campaign for or against, any comment with respect to your question may be deemed to be a campaign in favor of a certain candidate, and therefore, I cannot respond.
Sir, wala namang
Oh, hindi. Kasi when you say something favorable to a particular group, then you're effectively endorsing. And we will not allow members of the media to trick us into violating the Constitution or the election law.
Have we forgotten our
Joke,
special
joke.
guest? Pero sir, kung di ba meron, ngayon, campaign season na tayo, right? And the president said that, government officials should not be campaigning for...
O, dapat lang eh. Kasi nga,
That includes
that's the
yourself,
law. That's the law.
Yeah, so we shouldn't be hearing President Duterte...
No, the law exempts him eh.
Really?
Eh, di ba? Wala ka kagabi. Kahapon. Binasa namin yung provision eh.
So, exempted siya.
Except political offices. O, hindi kasama siya doon. That's why di ba sinabi niya kagabi, except me, I'm a political entity, I can do that.
Pero, well, what about setting an example?
O, hindi. Precisely setting an example following the law. The law says you're exempted, you better do that. Otherwise, you're violating it.
Fine.
Thank you, Joseph. MPC? Alexis?
So that means we won't be able to ask, hindi namin pwede kayong tanungin kung anong prediction nyo. 12-0, 0-12.
Huh?
Wala kayong prediction. 14-13. Mananalo ba, masisweep ba ng admin coalition yung election o may mananalo?
Regardless of whoever will win, the victory will be on the electorate because it's their choice that will win.
So wala kayong makikitang prediction. Wala kayong nakikitang sweep or whatsoever, ganon. Sa senatorial slate.
Wala akong makitang blanco pa eh.
Blanco pa.
Blanco pa. Wala pa eh. Malalaman mo yon pag siguro 1 week before election.
So maaga pa para
Oh, too early. Wala namang.
Okay. Thank you, Sec.
Question, MPC. Joseph?
Mahabol.
Sir, do you not think that the administration slate is strong?
Me?
Yeah. Palace.
I will ask the president because he is the political entity that can express whether it's favorable or not.
Ang daya, may standard na
MPC question pa? Sana.
When I ask him, then he tells me, then I can tell you because I'll be quoting him.
Secretary, patanong lang. Do we expect the president to solicit the support of the religious leaders?
I don't think. Wala, hindi naman. The president never asked help from any specific religion. What he does is he expresses himself and he tells us why he's doing this and that.
Thank you, Secretary. MPC, no more question? One last question. No more question? Maraming salamat, MPC. Maraming salamat,
Thank you.
Presidential Spokesman, Secretary Salvador Panelo. Balik tayo sa Radyo Pilipinas at PTV.